Days of Our Lives spoilers. JJ is Chad and Abigail's marriage officiant. Performs marriage before chaos erupts. Xander's serum pitch to Sarah. Fiona's confession plan. Eric blasts Melinda. Johnny's infidelity horror. Intelligencers Alex with Stephanie and assumes it's Chanel. Greetings to all Days of Our Lives fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that JJ Devereaux is headed back to Salem for a veritably important reason. It turns out JJ will be serving as Chad DiMera and Abigail DiMera's marriage officiant on October 17, so he'll step up to help them tie the knot. Of course, JJ may have some moping reservations about whether this woman is really his family. Days of Our Lives suckers will recall that JJ was reluctant to accept Clyde Weston's crazy story, but he'll manage to put any remaining dubieties away. Days spoilers say JJ will perform the marriage form, so he'll companion Chad and Abigail as they change promises. Chad will assume they're well on their way to living happily ever later, but Abigail will still be duping him as part of Clyde's crooked plan. Naturally, it'll be complicated for Abby, since she's advanced genuine passions for Chad and truly feels shamefaced about deceiving him. Indeed so, Abigail feels she has no other option but to trick Chad since her interned mama's life is on the line. Days spoilers allude that Abigail will manage to get through the form by Chad's side. However, there may be a many interruptions then and there. Abby might be tempted to bail on the marriage due to how guilt-ridden she is, but she'll press on anyway. It looks like Abigail will successfully make Chad her hubby, so the coming step of Clyde's plot will be complete. Abigail will inch near to getting her hands on the DiMera fortune, which Clyde is demanding, or differently, she'll no way see her mama again. Chad and Abigail will have a marriage event next, so they'll celebrate along with some of their closest loved bones. Still, this event is also where effects will take a shocking turn. Our Days prognostications point to chaos erupting, so we'll see if that's due to Abigail's implicit fraud exposure or maybe an attempt on Chad's life. Mark Green will struggle with Clyde's fatal orders when it comes to Chad, but You Can Go Clyde will target Chad no matter what. Days of Our Lives spoilers state his whole scheme is about to go off the rails, so we'll bring you updates on all the wild news ahead. Days of Our Lives spoilers Wednesday, October 9. Xander's serum pitch to Sarah. Fiona's confession plan. Eric blasts Melinda. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, October 9. Reveal that Xander Kyriakis will give Sarah Kyriakis some unanticipated news. Once Xander updates Sarah on Kristen DiMera's offer, she'll surely be thrown for a circle. Sarah may be skeptical that Kristen can deliver what she's promised, which is a chance to cure Sarah's palsy. There could be a phenomenon serum thanks to Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's exploration, but Sarah may have her dubieties about whether it'd actually work. Plus, Days spoilers say Sarah may state her fears about the side goods and the overall eventuality for disaster then. Indeed so, Xander will cleave to the stopgap that Sarah might be suitable to walk again, and will suppose they've to go for it. Of course, the catch is that Brady Black has to walk free before Kristen will hand over the serum. With that in mind, Sarah may also worry about what Xander might do to Brady if he's released. After all, there'd be nothing to stop Xander from going after Brady once the deal was done, and Sarah was given the cure. It's clear that there are a lot of disquieting factors then, but Sarah may have to admit she'd love the occasion to get back to her old self. Days of Our Lives suckers will see Sarah break down in gashes as she tries to reuse her complex feelings, but she'll ultimately decide to renounce her statement against Brady. Unfortunately, Days spoilers say E.J. DiMera will stand in Sarah's way in the coming occurrences. Until also, E.J. will be busy talking to Stefan DiMera about his failed marriage to Gabby Hernandez DiMera. Will E.J. tease Stefan over his imminent divorce or actually have a heart for formerly and show him a little sympathy? Other Days spoilers say Fiona Cook will get ready to come clean to Brady about Sarah's mega hit and run accident. Although Fiona will nearly confess to driving the auto, it looks like she'll back out at the last second. That'll keep the drama going a bit longer, but Eric Brady's growing reservations will become a bigger problem for Fiona soon enough. In the meantime, Eric will put Melinda Trask on full blast for her part in the baby exchange saga. Melinda handled the bogus relinquishment and helped Sloane Peterson with her deception, so Eric will really let her have it. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Melinda will deal with Eric's wrath and hopefully apologize, so stick with us for further prognostications on where her character will go from then. Days of Our Lives Tuesday, October 8 recap: Johnny's infidelity horror. Intelligencers Alex with Stephanie and assumes it's Channel. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Tuesday, October 8 reveals that Johnny DeMura had agony about Alex Kyriakis overrunning his bedroom to make love to Chanel DeMura, but she tried to assure her hubby once he confessed his dream. At Stephanie Johnson's apartment, she opened the door to shirtless Alex and accepted the latte he brought her. Alex talked about his armistice with Chanel and Johnny's covetousness issues before heading off to go shower. Stephanie eventually gave Alex a lift to the sanitarium, where he learned Chanel was running late. Alex asked Stephanie to run lines rather, so they acted out a sizzling scene in a sanitarium room. That led to Arrow telling Faith how his mama's fire made him realize life was too precious to squander. Effects took a passionate turn between Stephanie and Alex as they kissed before hooking up in the sanitarium bed. In the domain on Tuesday's day's occasion, Chanel pulled a muscle in her reverse while tying her shoe, so Kayla Johnson set up her in torture and claimed on taking her to the ER. Latterly, Kayla decided Chanel couldn't do her love scene in this condition and forced her to defer it. At the Body and Soul office, Abe Carver and Kate Roberts Brady got a fruit handbasket from Bonnie Kyriakis, who was thrilled over being suitable to keep her job. Now that Hattie Adams was getting the charge rather, Bonnie hoped perhaps she could have Charlemagne's Mance and hubby. Still, Kate and Abe made it clear that this was an ensemble product, so Bonnie wouldn't get treated like a one-woman show. In the city forecourt on Tuesday's day's occasion, Hattie brazened Leo Stark over her exit and admitted she felt duped since she firstly allowed Bonnie was getting written out. Leo confessed that they wanted the shock for the followership. Not to mention they were hysterical Hattie might squitch them over by not rephotographing her exit. Hattie decided deforming the cleaner over wasn't such a bad idea and made it clear that her fellowship with Leo was done. After Hattie advised Leo to stay down from her, she hovered to end him if he didn't. Leo ultimately made his way to the Body and Soul office, where he vented to Katie about his guilt and Hattie's capability to hold a grudge. Once it was time for Hattie to tape recording her exit, she was nowhere to be set up. Hattie eventually arrived late and began rephotographing, but she kept dragging out her scene by the elevator shaft that she was supposed to fall into. In the end, Hattie refused to do the trick. Although Hattie couldn't stop Body and Soul from giving Charlemagne a fatal departure, she claimed she wouldn't help them do it and stomped off. Hattie latterly advised Abe and Kate that she was cursing the whole product and hovered to shoot Pineview up and Deers. Coming on Tuesday's Days of Our Lives show, Seth Burns advised Johnny not to go in the sanitarium room where Arrow and Faith had been rehearsing. Since Seth poked his head in earlier, he gave Johnny updates on effects taking a veritably real turn in there. Johnny opened the door anyway and was affrighted to see Alex in the middle of some genuine loving with his scene mate. Stephanie was under Alex and couldn't really be seen, so Johnny naturally assumed Alex was hooking up with Chanel rather. Our day's prognostications allude that this misreading will lead to a whole lot of drama, so don't miss all the chaotic news ahead. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Johnny and Chanel have further marriage issues coming over, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.